Hey guys, it's Kimberlee and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget. 20 days since I got my MacBook and by the time this uploads. And I just want to talk about the whole process. How's it been working? Do I enjoy it? Do I miss the MacBook Air? If you didn't see my most recent video on my whole MacBook experience, I've never had a MacBook before. I lead a budget lifestyle and I tried to save money by getting a MacBook Air from Best Buy, and it was a whole big ordeal. You can watch the video. I'll have it linked up above and also in the description box below. It was chaotic. Sometimes leading a budget lifestyle feels hard to actually spend a lot of money on big purchases, but what I realized is that I'm going to be using this for so much. It's very important to my channel and other things that I do for editing, etc. So I needed to actually spend the money, and I'm really happy that I did. It's about investing in yourself and also knowing that not everything has to be like budget. There are some things in life that you will have to, pay that money, and it actually has been worth it so much. I'm so much happier. This computer works amazing. So with that said, let's get into my MacBook Pro unboxing. Okay, I thought I would do a little side-by-side comparison of my MacBook Air that I'm sending back and the MacBook Pro that I literally just got today. You can see the difference in which one is, thicker or not. The MacBook Air is thinner, as you can see, and the MacBook Pro has a thicker bottom. And these are the two ports that we've got over here for your headphones. Everything in the front kind of looks the same, except this one's just a little bit thinner, a little bit thicker. And then on this side where you have your two USB C ports, even as I swipe my hands across the keyboard, this MacBook Air, the keyboard just feels like an actual keyboard. The keys are raised a little bit. It just functions, I think, much more comfortably and normal that we're used to with regular computers. And then the MacBook Pro, or the older version, the keyboard is like built in a sense where nothing is raised. It looks like a playmat as opposed to an actual keyboard. And then here is the touch bar up here that I actually have been really enjoying. I think it's really cool, actually. You could see your favorites, which is really cool. You can add a bookmark really easily from here. That's actually pretty cool. But I just think it's funny that when I'm looking at the keyboard, it just looks really fake. How you would unlock, here's a little touch right here, Touch ID, and then here it's just it's not a separate button, but like a little shiny spot right here, since it's built into the touch bar. They look kind of the same in terms of the screen. I'm gonna load some projects on here and let's just hope it doesn't freeze. I love this so much. If you are on the fence and you are really going to be using this for a lot of stuff, I would highly recommend the MacBook Pro. All the issues that I had that I mentioned in that previous video with the MacBook Air are no more. I've had no issues with this. So whether my issues with the last computer was the mechanics or whatever, this computer with the MacBook Pro can just handle more things at once. I have the i5, quad core, etc. How I purchased this, I mentioned in my last video, but I got this laptop from Micro Center. I would equate Micro Center to like an electronics store, basically, like an electronics mega store. And I literally ordered it at 7 in the morning. The store opened at 11. I picked my computer up by 12 and we were all set and done. The most I got was about $100 off. It said it was a sale. And like I had mentioned recently, the touch bar is really dope. I don't fall into those like gimmicks and stuff like that, but it is really dope and it's really convenient. You can use that for the search bar. You can do emojis in your posts. It's just like an easier shortcut. The way I hold my hand, so sometimes I'll end up accidentally pressing the mute button. I think it just has to do with like when I have long nails and I'm using my computer. So that's the only thing about the touch bar, is that I'll be doing something and randomly it'll go on mute and I'm like, why did it do that? But I've literally just touched it with my hand. So it is very sensitive to touch, the touch bar. But again, not that big a deal. I just moved my hand. I'm still getting used to like certain things because it's a Mac versus when I had a Windows. Holding down the actual trackpad, there's like a light tick, and then if you hold it down more, it goes even deeper. And sometimes that like fumbles. Specifically, I'd say that that is when I'm trying to drag my music down into the iMovie. But again, I have to do like hold down, but like not too hard where it makes the clicking sound. It's just like one level above that and then it moves down. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just the issue that I was going through. I wish that LumaFusion was on here so that I could edit my videos like I used to on my iPad, but unfortunately that's not the case. So right now I'm just using iMovie, and I really hate that you have to like do all these extra steps to add the text in. I did download DaVinci Resolve, but I would just need to just sit down and watch a really good tutorial on it first. For accessories though for this, I don't know how people do this without a case. Like I'm always afraid of scratching it, my fingerprints, etc. being on the screen. So you don't have a case, like what do you do instead? Because I'm just very protective of it. I didn't know if it would arrive in time, but I also ordered a case, cream beige color, and then it also came with some keyboard covers, 2 of them actually. About to test the fitting on that, and then behind here is a protective screen. And then I don't know what these are, but I'm sure I'll figure it out along the way. You can't really tell, but the screen is really glossy and shiny. So far I'm okay with that, but it's a little to get used to. The keyboard, the way I can tell the difference is that one of these, they have space for the touch bar, and the other one, the other keyboard has like the escape key, F1, F2, etc. So that must be for the older models. And then everything else kind of just snaps into place. But I actually really like that. It's just like a nice, simple cream beige color. And yeah, so far so good. And it has like a matte finish to it. This computer does get hot, I will say, especially when I'm rendering to export. I feel like the computer does get hot and I can hear it getting hot, etc. But I was able to get an accessory to help raise it. What I've been using for the overheating is this little X stand. So I got this. It just folds out and it raises the computer up. So you would put it, actually, if this is the back of the computer, you would have it raised and then you fit it into the grooves. So this is kind of like a cheap, quick solution. When you're traveling, you would just fold it away like so, and then you can just pull it out, and then it's adjustable with how big your computer is. I got this on eBay for about $16, and it looks like it's about $16 worth. The only thing I get worried about is if there'll be any scratch marks from it. They have little bumpers on it, but it could always be a little bit better. The next thing that I got was a actual case. It's a really nice teal color that I love. It's coming up a little bright on camera, but it's teal. It has like a felt soft material on the inside to protect your computer, and then it has a little outside zipper. Again, I got this from eBay. This was $14, not bad at all. The only thing is that I chose 13-inch, and this is really big. I'll show you how my computer fits in it. Don't drop it, don't embarrass yourself, don't drop it. All right, we made it inside. It fits like this, but as you can see, there's all this extra space. So I don't know if you guys normally have that or not. Looking at the size, you can tell that this is way too big. So, but you know, it is what it is. The third and most important accessory that I have that I recommend people get almost instantly is a USB adapter hub. I've used the brand Anker before, so I trusted them, and I decided to look for a USB C 5-in-1 hub. I didn't want to do a 7-in-1 because I didn't need that, but I needed one for USBs. I needed one for my micro card for my digital camera, and that was pretty much it. And so I came across the 5-in-1, and you know, the prices were a little bit higher on Amazon, so I went to eBay and I found one that was an open box. Here I go again with open box, but I'm so trusting. I got an open box and it was only about $15, and here it is. It's been working perfectly. This is one end right here. That is the USB C that goes into your MacBook, and then here are the little ports. So it's got 1, 2, 3 on this side. It's got 2 USBs on the other side. There's ones out there that just sit like directly into it. I didn't want that because it'll block the other plug. And then as far as the Apple Care, I returned it through Apple and they gave me my money back, and now I'm going to use that money to buy Apple Care for this one. So that's the only thing you couldn't transfer, because the Apple Care for the MacBook Pro is more expensive than the Apple Care for the MacBook Air, and you can't like transfer it and then pay the difference. Comment down below if you have any other accessories that you recommend for when people are first getting their MacBook Pros. And if you're interested in getting a MacBook Pro, are you looking at the 2020 version, looking at 2019? That is my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.